Hey there, traders. It's Options Tender here. Hope you had a wonderful week. This is the weekend update. We like to do every single day a morning and an evening video. If you like this content, please like it. Press the notifications. Tell your aunt, your uncle. Nope, we're just trying to help a bunch of people here. So this is going to be a little bit longer and in-depth video. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, that we're finding out which direction the market is heading. It seems to be so overextended, and when is it going to stop? We're hitting all-time highs every day. So let's dig in, and then we'll check out some trade names that we've been working with, and maybe a couple new ones. All right, so here we are with the SPX. We're in a monthly time frame. We have an Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're working on wave 5 right now. Everything's looking healthy. We're over all the MAs. The December range is real small, but that might be setting up for a big move. The month is not over. We're halfway through, so let's just see how we continue on week by week. On the weekly, since we just ended a week, we'll check out the oscillators on this one. So we're right against that resistance right now, so we're chugging along. Maybe this is a make or break point still, until we can clear or have a clear way that we're going to start going. But check this out, okay? The Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're working on 5. This may be the end of 5, but we'll dig down and see if that's the case. Do know that the monthly trend was up. The weekly is still up. RSI since 65. This is not overbought. We still have room to go over time. Slow stoke looks like it's wanting to come over here and possibly make a cross, but we'll see. It may oscillate along the way. The bulls can keep pushing on this. Let's move down to the daily. Daily, we're going to do trend is our friend right here. On the daily, we did a good push for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we may have ended the 5 there. There's still a question mark at that point. We have a good probability of it being ended. You saw the little bit of selling that we did today. We also have a cross on the MACD giving us a warning. The RSI is not overbought, but it's kind of to that level where it seems to ping off of. So unless we burn through this level, then maybe we have to reset a little bit. Kind of this level right about here. And again, the slow stow. Oh, machine's kind of acting a little slow here. The slow stow is still on the uprise, oscillating up and down, bulls pressing it to the upside. So, everything is still looking up. The trend is our friend till the end. Don't fight it. Don't fight the trend. If you want to put some protection on your positions, that's a great idea. I did that today. I took some off, and then I went home with a little bit. But I took off some calls, but I still have some things going on here. So we're going to move over to the expected move. And this is going to tell a little bit different story here. So not story of the bulls. We're still over the 8 MA. We actually bounced off it today, so that's very healthy. But we didn't make that move. Remember, see, in the other videos, we were talking about how efficient we were. We were hitting either the upside or the downside, just nailing it. In this case, we barely moved off the middle, off the beginning of the week. So we did right at the end. We had a rally. And so what this is saying is now we're tightening up. Now we're getting to the point to where we might tighten up and make a big move. Is that move up or down? Nobody knows. The trend is up, so we're going to play up with some caution. you know, some people are putting on some grabbing some puts for distance. You know, you have to do your strategy, but we're going to keep doing some calls with maybe some SPY puts just to protect our overnight positions. You can do that with futures as well. All right, moving to the 65. We're actually going to switch over to the ES on this one, just so we could see our day. You see all these lines happening here? I know, let me take off this blue one here. It's our Fibonacci. I just want to put that in place just in case we had a larger down play. We're getting close up here. So we ended last week with a 5 count up. It was beautiful. We had a pullback here, ABC, nice bullish wedge. Now we started our new trend. 1, down to 2, up to 3, 4, and we ended off as 5. We were question mark here, but we had a nice little wedge, and we had our breakdown. Beautiful. And now back test. So now the next question is, was that 5 count down? Was that the end of it? Was that the end and we're going to keep going up? Or was that a 5 count down to A and then up to B, and we're going to correct on maybe Monday down to C, and then start our rally up again? Those are the things that we have to be careful of. Nobody knows really what's going to happen next. We just have to play our probabilities. So I'm playing the different plays that have great momentum, and then I put in some SPY puts just in case that doesn't work. Yeah, it takes away from some of the profits, but that's how we stay in the game, folks. You don't want to blow up your account. I've done it. I've been there. We want to play a little bit smaller. When you have a little conviction in some, you want to do, but we got to know where the market's going before we can do all of our extra plays, all of our individual plays, because essentially if we're going into a huge decline, they're all going to end up going down with the market. So that's why we do this every day. That's why I ask you to stick with me so we can guide through here. So looking at the oscillators, do we have any more clues? So we had a little bit of divergence as the market was going up here. So that's kind of how we knew momentum was slowing down. 2 divergences there, and it came down. Now, this next step, are we going to, if you look right here, is the MACD going to cross over? We don't know that. They kind of keep us guessing over the weekend, right? So if we get a little bit of momentum from stimulus or whatever the news might be, we cross back over, we start our new trend. Or we bounce right off of this, the blue MA, and we continue on the downside. So we're at that pinnacle. That's where we want to be cautious. That's why we have our put plays on, the SPY put plays, just for a little insurance to protect our swings. Sometimes I do some day trades, but I'm mostly a swing trader. Divergence also in the RSI that brought us down today, but that might be it. You know, it might be over. We went to the slight oversold at that 30. That's very healthy for a pullback. If we're still going to continue our bullish gains, you know, the RSI will come down to the 50 and bounce, or it'll come all the way down to the 30 and bounce. Things change when we come down. Look at this back here. We went all the way down to the 20 area in the RSI. You know, that signifies we're on a downtrend now. We don't make it back up. We make it up to the 50. We pull back, make it up to the 50, not even the 50, and pull back. And then we started a positive divergence. That's when we started looking for the upside, because the overall upper time frames are still in the bullish momentum. So, you know, there's a lot of work put into these oscillators. If you're not familiar with them, that's why we're going to go over this every single day. So please do ask any questions in the comments. And if you have any trade ideas, please feel free to ask. So the slow already hit its oversold point, and it now is bouncing to the upside. So again, you know, we're questioning, hey, this that decline, it might be over already, just as quick as that. Now, we're not going to be overconfident and play it as if we knew that it was just going to go straight up from here. That's not how we trade. Okay, now let's give us another view on the SPY. I want to check out the SPY here because it kind of shows the same story. where we came down. We tried to break below this 8 MA, but we just, almost to the 20, but we still pulled up above it. That's just bullish. Now Monday might be a different story, but then we have this long-term resistance, which became support. So we're above that as well. So all these different charts are telling us bullish until otherwise proven. All right, some trade ideas we're going to move in to pretty quickly now. MDT. MDT we jumped into yesterday. We're still in this one. It's breaking out. It's looking beautiful. Higher highs, lower lows, breaking out from a nice distant resistance there. Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza has been consolidating for a while. We saw this from another Twitter trade idea. This is no secret. We have a great group in Twitter, and I can't take all the credit for everything I put out here. I'll give credit where credit's due. Had a wedge or a triangle breaking out of that triangle after a nice consolidation. So at least I'll probably pay it next week up into this into the gap area, which will cause resistance. But we'll see where it goes from there. Dominoes. Next, SDC. Smile. So SDC, it hasn't been around for a whole lot of time, so there's not a lot of information, but we are making a, if you notice the little gray areas here, an inverse head and shoulders. That's a huge one. So we're looking at this downtrend here. Once we pop that downtrend, I think we're gonna move really, really quick. So this is one that's gonna be on our radar for a while. Along with Rocket. We're not showing Rocket today, but that was, if you've been following me, you've seen how that one's developed. And this is the same. fsly. Okay, beautiful, beautiful chart. I love the range plays. You always know where you're right and wrong. In this one, we played just moving right up to the resistance. We did hold it. We busted through, but I did get out of it because it just didn't seem to be breaking out like I'd want to. So we may check that out again next week. But we are above this resistance. It's super bullish now with this fifth wave at the end. This was the end of a run. Now we may, just like how the SPY and the SPX is right now at ES, we may have already had our retracement, and this, so that may be the first wave one, and we might need to come back for wave two to continue on to wave three. The other, if this is the bearish scenario, is this was just the A wave of a pullback. That's the B, and we might come down to lower C. So, and then there's a much more bullish or bearish scenario, but we're not gonna worry about that one right now. ZS was a cool play. We were playing the triangle breakout. Looked good. I got out of it just for the weekend. I don't like to hold a bunch of things over the weekend, so we took off some risk. The triangle, the measured move, if you see here, I did that. So we're actually looking for a target of about 208-ish area. We'll call it 205 just to be conservative. But that's the measure moved from the largest part of the triangle all the way up to the neckline. All right, ZS looking really good. And our last one, Lulu. I missed most of this one. We had that large move there. We played it, earlier this year. But this breakout from the triangle, we missed the breakout, the pullback to wave two, and now we are playing this wave three. Really cool play. We're coming into the Christmas season with retail stocks. They're going to be fantastic. So Lulu's been a winner, and we're going to continue on with this one and look for some more gains. So, I already talked about the market, the expected move. Now we do have expected moves on all the individual names as well. So you can use that same strategy if you go over to the trade tab and you go a week out, over here in this area on Thinkorswim, we have 16-point move plus or minus. And I'm not going to put the chart up that I have for this right now, but that means that the options market is placing a 16-point move, which brings us to about 94 area, 394, and a 16-point move down to 362. Forgive the math, but if you placed your markers on there, that would show you what the options market is expecting you to move. All right, so that's how we trade off of the major market SPX and ES every single week. That's how we kind of frame our area, and we know what's happening. If we're not hitting those points on the expected move, we know we're tightening up, and we're probably going to come from contraction to really soon to an expansion, which when you start hitting expansion, you're going to break those expected moves by a long shot. And you're able to anticipate if you think you will stop at those points or not. Now, we didn't hit those points, so we know that we're contracting at this point. All right, stimulus. I'm not usually into a bunch of news because the chart tells the news, but we have stimulus over the weekend, so that's another reason why I put the the protection on. We have calls that we're hoping develops because we get a good stimulus. But what if the market's disappointed to sell the news or whatever you want to call it, and we start actually breaking down to a much bigger retracement, if you will, or correction. So we do have stimulus this weekend. Other than that, we're moving into the holiday and into a nice fresh new year. So we may have some new money to participate and continue an uptrend. All right, so we have an endless amount of setups. I know I just went through all these setups here. There's tons more. If you need to learn how to do those, give me some comments and let me know, because I can start doing those videos where I show you exactly how I look for setups. And just to let you know, for the week ahead, our expected move, and I'll show you just how to do this. I don't mind taking some time today. Expected move, my chart there. The line's not actually on there, but like I said, I draw them myself. So we go to this trade tab on Thinkorswim. Not all of the brokers have this, but whoa, what happened? 24th. Oh yeah, we're missing a day because of Christmas. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. But 56, almost 57 points plus or minus is how I got the expected move here on my notepad. And so we'll draw those lines later on to mimic these obvious tighter range, because we only have 4 days, or I should say 3.5 days instead of the usual 5. So I hope all this helps you guys. Ask me questions, interact. I want to get these videos out to a lot of people. This is all free advice and not advice. This is all free learning, and I want to show you the things that I went through so we can build on your style as well. But if you enjoy this, just like myself and come visit me on the morning market update and the happy hour as well. So appreciate you for being here and for listening to these videos, and have a happy holiday. I'll see you in the morning, Monday morning. Thank you.